Hey, welcome back to my channel. I do apologize about the not posting. I don't really know what to call it. I've been wanting to do this video for a while now, and as you guys can see from the title, this vlog, I guess, is about adoption and my story. Oh, by the way, this video is not going to be edited. I don't have editing software, so if you guys just keep bearing with me, please. I apologize. I promise it's coming. The software, I gotta get my shit together, okay? So, if you guys don't know, I actually went through an adoption process. No, I am not adopted. I wish. Just kidding. Just kidding. Excuse me, but I actually went through an adoption process with my youngest child. Her name is Vivian, and this is her story, I guess. So, I guess we'll just start from how I found out I was pregnant. So, my second child, Autumn, was about 9 months old when I found out that I was pregnant. I had a job. I was working. I was working at Taco Bell. And I had a set schedule at the time. I was working, morning shift. Everything was, you know, going good. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that really wasn't going good was my babysitting, you know, issues. I had issues with babysitters, and had issue with, like where to live. But that was just my own fault that I didn't really have great living arrangements. So yeah, so that's what happened. And later on through the pregnancy, my living situations didn't get any better. So I just thought that adoption would be the best suit for my unborn daughter. And I took it upon myself to actually call some adoption agencies until I came across the Gift of Life. Now, the Gift of Life, I didn't really do that much research, you know, for them. Um, I just knew that they were an adoption agency, and they would answer any questions that I had about it, and they did. So after calling them, I got set up um, with someone, I guess a agent, whatever you call them. I don't know, a person who helps you with your adoption. Um, I'm not sure if she wants her name disclosed in this video, so for this video's purpose, her name is going to be Teresa. So Teresa and I meet, and she goes over paperwork. She gets me signed up. I now have a case. The only thing I need to do is to find a family. So I went through like 5 books of families. Um, she says that if I didn't choose any of them, that she would give me another set of 5 books. She didn't really give me a timeline either for me to make a decision. So I ended up making a decision after viewing my daughter's family, the family that she is currently with. Um, I ended up picking them because I saw that in their book that they had 4 other children that they had adopted, and the best thing about it was is that they keep in contact with all of the birth moms, and I love that about them. Like my daughter would know me. So um, after choosing them, I spoke with the mom over the phone, and we were discussing her name, and what her name would be, how everything was going to be like when she was born. The only thing that I actually required is that I wanted them to be there when I gave birth. I wanted them to be there. So my due date, My due date, oh geez. What was my due date? It was sometime later in July, like July 13th or something like that. Like it was later. It was July 13th or something like that. Anyway, um fast forward a little bit to the day I actually gave birth. So, my pregnancy was fine. My pregnancy was fine. I didn't have any uh complications that I can recall, just some pains every now and again. I got moody a lot, and if you know me, you know I'm already moody. I'm like, I wear my emotions on my sleeves. So, yeah, no problems with my pregnancy at all. So July 2nd, 2016, we were having like a little get together here. I don't really know I'm not sure the what it was. Something was going on here. All I know is I had to work that day at nighttime. I was working at that time. I was working at City Trends, and City Trends is right up the street from my house. If you know where I stay at, that's where it is. It's literally right up the street. So, we were playing spades, and all of a sudden I feel like myself leaking. So I was like, whatever, maybe it's just, discharge. You know what I'm saying? Pregnant women discharge all the fucking time. So I didn't think anything of it. I just threw a pad on, changed my clothes and everything, and kept on playing spades. We was whooping that ass too. I don't know who we was playing. I forgot who my partner was, but you already know. I get it in. So anyway, um, playing spades, and it was about time for me to go to work, and then I just felt a small little gush down there, like, whew. You like that? So yeah, and I thought I pissed on myself. I honestly thought I pissed on myself. Um, so I just went and I changed my pad. You know what I'm saying? Like, the first pad, I didn't realize this, but I had been leaking that whole time. The first pad saturated, onto my underwear. So I was like, shoot, like some old underwear, like, pregnant women stuff. So I changed my underwear, changed my pad, and I was about to go to work. I was literally on my way to work, like I was about to go to work. City Train's right up the street, so it's not like I had to leave 30 minutes, before my shift. I was literally about to go to work. And then I'm walking and I feel another gush, and I'm like, oh no, now come on now. I know I'm not just sitting here pissing on myself. Now I'm not, I know I'm not just doing it. So I did that, and that's what I did. And I went to the bathroom and I was like, you know what? Let me just call my doctor and make sure that I'm not going into labor right now. I don't even remember how many weeks I was, like 38, 39, something like that. And called my doctor. She told me to go to the hospital because my water might be leaking slowly. Go to the hospital. Sure enough, that was my water. That was amniotic fluid. So I was in labor. So I called. Don't know if my adoption mom wants to be disclosed either. I'm pretty sure she wouldn't mind, but we're going to call her Michelle. So I call Michelle and I'm like, hey, I think I'm in labor. I'm on my way to the hospital. They literally flew down. They flew down from Minnesota. They're from Minnesota. They flew down from Minnesota to be here for like 2 weeks because they were going to be here for the birth. That day, July 2nd, that day is when they literally landed. So I call her. I said, hey, look, I'm on my way to the hospital. Like, I know you just landed, but I'm on my way to the hospital. She goes, oh my gosh, is it really happening? Like, is it really here? Like, and I'm like, I don't know. I'll let you know. Get to the hospital. They told me I was in labor. called her. And I said, yes, it's real. Bring your butts to the hospital. I think she literally dropped everything and came to the hospital. Like, she dropped everything just to be there for me. Whew. So, my water is slowly leaking, but they still had to induce my labor. So they gave me Pitocin. They broke my water. When they broke my water, ugh, it was over. Contractions started coming. Yeah, I was not nice. So I really wanted my daughter to be born that day. So I was just praying. I was like, I really hope I don't have her on July 3rd. Don't want to have her on July 3rd. Please don't let me have her on July 3rd. And God answered my prayers. I forgot what time she was born, but she was literally born, I think it was like 11 something at night, July 2nd. Vivian Jean was born. Now, the hospital stay was, 3 days in the hospital. I got, no, 2 days. I actually got out on, it was the 4th of July when I was discharged. And, I had already signed the adoption paperwork, but, like the day after she was born, actually on July 3rd, they had to finalize it. So I needed 2 witnesses. My husband was there. And I think my husband was there and 2 other people were there to sign. I think a nurse signed or something like that. But the adoption, like, we just needed to get like the final paperwork done after that. And I basically just signed my rights away. I signed her off to be with Michelle and her husband. I was gonna say his name. We're just gonna call him Brandon. So I signed her off to Michelle and Brandon, and just the best decision that I could have ever made for her. I don't have her, but I can see her all the time. I can, there's video chat. I can write her. I can talk to her. I get pictures every year now. Like, they send me pictures like all the time. Michelle is very, very good with that. Like, through the adoption agency, you're only supposed to send pictures, every year or every, however long it tells you. But Michelle, she doesn't do that. And I'm still in her life. She still knows me as her mom. And I love her so much that I gave her to a family who can do more for her. At that time, I couldn't see myself providing and being a mom of 3. Now, I know plenty of moms with 3+ kids. And I'm not saying that y'all don't know how to raise y'all kids. I'm not saying that at all. Me personally, I didn't know how I was going to be able to do it. You got to be some type of woman to do that. And shout out to all the moms who do that. Because it takes a lot. It takes more than love to raise a baby. It really does. And I know that Vivian, she is in a great home. She's doing just great. She's doing amazing. And she is just as awesome as she can be. I don't have any pictures right here. Otherwise, I would have held them up or whatever. Or if I had the software, I could, like, put the pictures up there. But adoption is not an easy thing to go through. especially when you're giving up one of yours. The only thing I can say is if Vivian ever watches this, I just want to let you know that I think about you. Jesus. I think about you every day. Every single day. And I pray for you. And I just want you to know that everything I did because I love you so much. Like, you don't even know. You don't even know. You don't know. And when my parents used to tell me that, my grandma used to tell me that as a kid, like, you don't know how much I love you. I never really understood that. And you won't understand it until you have kids of your own. And you're telling them. But I'm trying to get through this. Vivian, I love you. And I think about you every day. Every single day. And I just hope that one day you know that I did this for you. And everything I do for you. And your brother and your sister. You know, some people, they say, you know, well, I can never give my baby up. I can never give my baby up, you know. I couldn't either. And I still haven't gave her up. I haven't gave her up. And the only other thing that I haven't done is give up on her. But a part of me doing this whole YouTube thing, other than messing up my makeup, is just, you know, having that open relationship with you guys. I hope that now that you'll understand a little bit more of me, and without the crying and stuff like that, there will be more videos on the way. But thank you guys for watching, and hopefully I can get that software. Or if you want to send me a donation, hit me up on my regular Facebook page. You already know. Oh, excuse me. I'm done crying. Back to Pretty Girl Bounce. So, like this video, comment on this video what y'all think, subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and turn your post notification bell on so that you will be alerted every single time I drop a video. I'm good, y'all. I'm good. I'm good. All right, y'all. Bye.